everyone, welcome. And happy St. Patrick's Day. So this is our green smoothie and juicing benefits event. I'm Leanne, I'm the events programmer for the AC Hub. Today's event has closed captions available in English. To turn on closed captioning, press on the CC icon along the bottom of your toolbar. AC is always connected. Tune into our live virtual events like this one to stay connected with the AC community. Before we get started, we're going to share a couple of housekeeping items. Today's event is in webinar format, meaning as an attendee, you can see and hear us. However, we cannot see or hear you. Along the bottom of the screen, you will find a chat button. Feel free to use this feature to introduce yourself and to connect with your college community. Following today's presentation, we welcome you to ask your questions via the Q&A tab along the bottom of your toolbar. When the Q&A period begins, I will read the questions out loud for our facilitator, Melissa. Today's event is being recorded and the recording will be available to rewatch on the AC Hub On Demand website in the coming days, and a link will be shared in the chat now. So to kick off today's event, we're going to give everyone a fun question to answer. All you have to do is answer the question by typing in the chat, but please wait to press send until we say so, because we're all going to send our answers at the same time. By taking part in answering this question, you'll be automatically entered to win one of 6 $25 gift cards to Raw Pulp and Grind. We will be announcing the 6 winners during the juicing session today, and you must be present to win. A tip is to ensure that you're typing to both panelists and attendees so all can see your answer if you're comfortable. So the question is, what ingredient for smoothies and juicing is your favorite? So again, please wait until everyone's had a chance to type their answer until we press send together. And the question again is, what ingredient for smoothies and juicing is your favorite? Give everyone a couple more seconds to get their answer there. Okay, and if everyone's ready, I'm going to count down from 3 and we'll all send our answers together. 3, 2, 1, send. Avocado, kale, bananas, mangoes, yam. Oh, that's an interesting one. I wouldn't have thought of that. Spinach. Great, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing your answers and partaking in the question. And we would now like to welcome Melissa, owner and operator of Ottawa's Raw Pulp and Grind, a locally owned modern juice bar focused on fresh, healthy, plant-based foods and cold pressed juices designed to nourish your body with pure, raw joy. So Melissa, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I'm super excited to be here. If you've been to some of the other webinars through the AC Hub, in the fall especially, we did a focus on root vegetables and fall vegetables. So today we thought we would stay in theme with St. Patty's Day and focus on green juice and green smoothies. And one of the main reasons also I wanted to do this is so many people are nervous about green juices. Anything green looks scary. So I want to really kind of demystify green and show you how easy it is to add greens to your diet, how to get all those greens into your body, either through juices or through smoothies. So today we're going to do both. First, I'm going to start off by doing 2 juices. One of them is going to be a really easy green juice. So even if you've never had a green juice or it scares you, you would love this because it's loaded with fruit as well. So fruit's going to make it easier on your palate because it's going to taste a little bit yummier. And then we're going to go into the deep side of green. So I really wanted to focus on a green juice that gave you all green vegetables. So not a lot of fruit. It's really when you want to pack in those 3 to 4 pounds of veggies in a day into one juice, this is going to be your kind of juice. So we're also going to share the recipes that I'm doing today on the screen throughout the event. So, you know, take a screenshot and or follow along and you'll be able to enjoy it. And on the smoothie side, same thing. You know, a lot of people love those kind of fruity smoothies, but we're going to add a lot of greens to it today. Again, great way to get greens into your body. If you have a family, young children, or you know, you are just wanting to get more greens into your body, this is a great way to do it through a smoothie as well. So we are going to be showing kind of a template on how to make a smoothie, a green smoothie in particular, and some of the boosters that you can add so you can get more nutrition into your body and different plant sources of protein that you can add to your smoothies to make them more of a meal. So that's going to be the second portion of our event today. And again, all of these things are going to be shared on the screen, and we'll go from there. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about juicing in general, because a lot of people maybe don't understand what cold pressed juicing is and how it's different than, say, what you buy at the grocery store. So the main difference is we're juicing raw, true ingredients, and they are pure ingredients with no fillers. They have not been heated. The juice itself is just the pure ingredients, and then we blend them. So you are consuming the equivalent of, in each, say, 12 to 16 ounce glass of juice, you're consuming 3 to 4 pounds of fruit and veggies. So it's pretty amazing way to get that into your body. So when you're looking at juicing at home, there really are kind of two juice formats to look into for juicers, and I have them both here. And this, basically it comes down to space, budget, and cleaning. And the two different ones, one is the centrifugal, and that is this one over here. And what it does is it twists the fruit and veggies so that it twists the juice all out. It's more of a slow juicer, so everything takes a little bit longer. You have to cut up your fruit and veg more, but you get a really beautiful, pure, true juice. I actually juiced my celery already this morning in my centrifugal juicer, just because I love doing celery this way. And it is amazing because this is one entire bunch of celery. And I got, how much do I have here? I got 20 ounces. I got 20 ounces of juice. So pretty good for $3.99 for organic celery. So I got the equivalent of, two 10-ounce glasses of celery for $3.99. So that's pretty good when you think about it. And the other great thing about it is because it gets so much juice out of your juicer, gets so much juice out of your fruit and veg that there is little to no waste. This is all the pulp that I got from the juice. So one of the other advantages of juicing is that we do take all the pulp out of the fruit and veg. So the benefit for that is your body absorbs immediately all of the goodness in the juice that you're drinking. There is no work that your body has to do to really process what you're drinking. So if fiber is amazing in some things, and we're going to be working with fibers in our smoothies, but when you really want to get the goodness of those enzymes and those antioxidants and vitamins in your juice, and your body can take a break from digestion, that is the beauty of cold pressed juice. So it's pretty amazing. So that's my celery juice. So we'll get to that in a second on actual juice blends, but that's something I kind of have every day. And you can read it's kind of like trendy if you want to read up on it. But I like it. It makes me feel amazing. It makes me feel energized. And it's great for digestion. It's great for your skin. So again, read up on it. Medical Medium is a great source if you want to read about celery juice and the benefits. Okay, so the other kind of juicer, which I'm going to be using today, is the Masticating Juicer. And what this does is it puts the fruit and veggie through a mesh basket and pushes it down and shreds it, and you get the juice. So the difference is you can put full fruit and veggie in this. It is easy to work with an entire apple. You can put the whole apple in here, whereas this one you'd have to chop it up. And the other benefit is that it's so fast and it's super easy to clean. So, and it's also about a third of the price of this juicer. So again, depends on your budget, depends on how much cleaning time you want, but the bonus is it's fast and you will get more of a wet pulp. So it won't get as much juice out of the fruit and veggies, but it'll still do a really good job for you. So I think that depending on what you're looking at, my daughter uses a $99 juicer from Amazon that she absolutely loves. And you can go up to, these are in like the $600 range. So it just depends on what you're looking for, but I just wanted to start there just in case some of you are looking at buying a juicer and looking at starting to juice at home. It's a great way to really enjoy the benefits of cold pressed juice. And it's actually really budget friendly too. If you look at the cost of your juicer and the cost of your fruit and veggies, when you're doing it, it actually is pretty economical instead of buying it from a place. Well, I hate to say don't buy from me, but if you don't want a juice, you can come to Raw Pulp and Grind and you can buy our juice, which is awesome. So I wanted to start on the baby juice, I call it. Like, it's a really good, simple, green, easy juice to drink. So when you're working in juicing, you need to have a juicy base. And what that means is you need a vegetable or a fruit that's going to give you a higher yield, because some of the leafy greens are not going to do that for you. They don't give a high juice yield, but you want to get the goodness in them. So you want to include them in your recipes, or we do, and you want to use them, but the problem is they don't include a lot of juice. So we are going to include in our base, we're going to include celery. So I'm going to take my 4 to 5 stalks of celery. And again, the recipe is up on your, I don't know if it's up on the screen yet, but it will be during the break probably. I'm going to use celery. And then I'm also going to use cucumber. So cucumber is incredibly juicy. It's amazing. It has 95, it's about a 95% juice content. Oh, here's the screen. There you go. And it is awesome. So it is so hydrating and so good for your body and also your skin. You see, you know, the recipes where you put cucumber on your face, and there's a good reason for that. You know, it's so hydrating, so delicious. And when you're making a juice, it gives a really nice yield. So that is our juicy base for our easy juice. And I call this an easy juice because you're going to see I'm going to include a lot of fruit. And this is going to make it easier and more palatable, but you're also going to get the benefits of the greens. So I'm also using spinach in it. So I'm going to be using celery. I'm going to be using, I put juice. Sorry about that, guys. It says 5 stalk celery juice. It's just 5 stalk celery. A half a cucumber, a handful of spinach. So big handful, because again, you're not going to get a lot of yield out of this. You're going to use a half of a green apple. And again, I'm only using green because I want the juice to stay green. If you only have a red apple, it doesn't matter. You're still getting the benefits and it's still going to be tasty. And then I'm going to add pineapple, because pineapple is so juicy and it's great for digestion as well. And it's going to give it a yummy sweetness. And then I'm going to add half a lime, and you can use lemon or lime. The reason I always like to include a citrus in my juices is it really, the vitamin C in the citrus really helps your body to absorb the nutrients in the greens. So I'm going to include this. So when you're working with citruses, lemons, or limes, you want to make sure that you do cut the peel off. You don't put it in. It's really bitter. If you do, you will not enjoy it. So cut the peel off of this. When it comes to everything else that you have, you do not have to peel it at all. So your cucumbers, leave the skin on. Apples, leave the skin on. Include the whole apple. You don't have to take the pits out or anything. Your juicer is going to take care of all of that. So what I'm also going to include in this juice is a handful of mint. And a lot of people don't think about adding herbs to their juices, but it's amazing the nice little tweak of dimension that it gives to the juice. So I love adding herbs to my juices and my smoothies. So today I've got mint, and I've got cilantro, and I'll probably put cilantro in my deeper green. And cilantro is amazing for removing heavy metals from your body. All of these herbs, again, just add to the dimension that you want in that juice. So I'm going to go ahead and juice up my little easy juice, my what I call clean and green, so that you guys can take this time maybe to do a draw.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. So I'm just going to put you on mute here so we don't have to listen to the blending noise. Just a reminder, when you come back on, to unmute yourself. And Melissa is correct. We are going to start with 2 of our 6 winners. And when I call your name, just interact with us in the chat. You can just message to panelists if you like, but just say hello so that we know you're online. And I will contact you after the event to give you your $25 gift card. So our first winner today for a $25 gift card to Raw Pulp and Grind is Fiona Murray. And the second winner is Jessica House. So if you're both able to say something in the chat, perfect. Thank you and congratulations to you both. I will contact you after the event, and we do have 4 more gift cards to give away today during more blending breaks later on. And while the blending break for this one is still taking place, I have a couple of St. Patrick's Day fun facts for attendees today. So the first one is leprechauns are common symbols of St. Patrick's Day. The name leprechaun is derived from an original Irish folklore name, meaning small-bodied fellow. And another fun fact about St. Patrick's Day is today the color green is widely associated with St. Patrick's Day. This makes sense as Ireland is sometimes referred to as Emerald Isle, and in the 18th century, shamrocks had become a national symbol. However, there was another color that was originally associated with St. Patrick's Day. Do any attendees have a guess on what this color was? Feel free to type it in the chat. It's not green again, there used to be a different color associated. I see a couple guesses, I'll give it a couple more seconds. Thank you everyone for taking part, this is fun. So thank you everyone for the great guesses, and I do see the correct answer in there. The original color associated with St. Patrick's Day was blue. And then our leprechaun friends were actually first described as wearing red instead of green, which I thought was pretty fun. That green ended up taking over when those big staples of Ireland became so popular. So thank you again, everyone. Congratulations to our first 2 gift card winners. We do have, again, 4 more gift cards to give away and a lot more St. Patrick's Day fun facts. And by the looks of it, I think Melissa is done. Just a reminder to unmute and we can talk about the first juice that she has created for us today.
Okay, we're good? Perfect.
We are good, thank you.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so this is our clean and green. So it is super simple and easy to drink. It's got celery, it's got cucumber, it's got spinach, apple, pineapple. I put some lime in it and some mint. So if you could smell my kitchen right now, it smells unbelievable from the mint. So again, this yielded about, again, around 20 ounces of juice. So that's an amazing amount to either, you know, have during the day, or if you feel like you're not going to be able to drink it all at once, use your jars to store your juice in the fridge, and it should last in the fridge for about 3 days. So I know that right now mason jars seem to be on like hot demand. So you don't need to use mason jars. I use like pickle jars, and I use like any glass jar that has a seal on it. Old spaghetti jars, anything. Just save those and use them for the juice. So as you can see, it's such a beautiful, clean, clear juice, really light green. So it's going to be very light green compared to the one we're going to do a little bit later, right next actually, that's deeper green. So it's a beautiful, delicious green. I'm going to taste it. And honestly, if you closed your eyes and drank this, never ever would you know that it's actually green in color, because it tastes delicious. It's so mild. So if you are nervous about greens, you're curious about greens, you want to, you know, take some baby steps into drinking green juice, this is a great way to do it. So that's our clean and green. So I'm just going to pour out this one so I can, let's see, so I can use my container for the next juice. Okay, so our next juice is a deeper green. So the benefit of that is you're actually getting more greens into your body, more of the leafy greens that we're going to be using especially. And I feel like if that's your goal, is to, you know, consume more vegetables in your diet, and you don't like eating greens in, say, a salad or in a stir fry or whatever you're cooking, this is a great way to do it. And I'm going to do it on the no fruit side because that's how I drink my greens. But if you want to add fruit to make it more palatable, you know, this is your ball game here. I'm just showing you what I do. So you can take these ideas and make them all your own. And then what I'm also going to be working with on this juice is some roots. So I'm going to be using ginger and turmeric, because I feel like roots add not only an amazing taste dimension to the juice, but you're getting all this bonus antioxidants in the roots. They're anti-inflammatory, they're antiviral. So we're all looking to increase our immune systems naturally. And by consuming more greens, by consuming anti-inflammatory roots, and by getting all that into your body is such goodness, and it's really just going to help you feel really healthy and hopefully stave off any sickness that you may feel. So it's just a goal we're all trying to do right now, and it's been a hard year. So I feel like everybody's looking for little tweaks that they can make to their lifestyle and their diet in order to feel better and to stay healthy. So instead of cucumbers, this juice, I'm going to use zucchini. So again, some people like zucchini, some people don't like zucchini. It's a total preference thing. I absolutely love zucchini. And when you juice it, it gives you a really high yield as well. So my base for this juice is going to be, again, the celery, because I love celery and it gives such a nice juicy base. And I'm also going to use the zucchini instead of the cucumber. So I feel like this is going to give me a lot of juice to work with. Then I'm going to add my kale, and I'm going to add a lot of kale because, again, it doesn't give a high yield, and I want to get lots and lots of greens in my diet that day. So with kale, and like zucchini as well, you don't have to peel the zucchini, just give them a good scrub. With the kale, you don't have to take the stalk out like you do when you're making a salad. You can just rip it up and throw it through your juicer. So I'm going to do the kale with the celery and the zucchini, and then I'm going to add lemon to this one because the lemon is going to help me with my body's absorption of my greens. And then I'm going to add a thumb of ginger. So I've got my ginger here. When it comes to ginger, you don't have to peel it. You just give it a really good scrub. The juicer is going to take care of putting it through the either twisting all the juice out of it with this version, or shredding it and pushing all the juice out of it with this kind of juicer. And then I'm also going to add cilantro because I love cilantro. I know that there's a love-hate going on with cilantro. So you either are team cilantro or team not cilantro. I am totally team cilantro. I feel it's so good and so refreshing. And if you don't like cilantro, you can add parsley. Parsley is great too. I've got parsley, I just didn't bring it out, but it's a great one as well. So this is a deep green. So as you can see, there's absolutely no fruit here. So well, except for the lemon, but that doesn't really count. So we are really, taking a ton of greens to get into our body. So we are adding, sorry, I forgot to do my spinach. We are adding all of these greens into one 16 to 20 ounce bottle of juice. So again, I'm gonna get my noisy juicer on, and I'm gonna let you guys move on to, I think, another question or another prize.
Perfect, thank you, Melissa. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute you again. Perfect. Okay, so thank you again, everyone. We do have 2 more gift cards to give away. Just a reminder that if I call your name, to send a message in the chat, just so we know that you're online. And then I will contact you by email post-event to give you your gift card. So our 3rd gift card winner today for a $25 gift card to Raw Pulp and Grind is Noah Graham. And our 4th gift card winner is Celine Levo. So congratulations to you both. Just a reminder to interact in the chat so we know that you're here, and I will contact you post-event. And I do have more St. Patrick's Day fun facts. So my next one is the odds of finding a 4-leaf clover are about 1 in 10,000. And I want to know if any attendees have ever found a 4-leaf clover. Let us know in the chat if you have. Legend says that each leaf of a 4-leaf clover has a meaning, and the 4 meanings are hope, faith, love, and luck. And thank you both for interacting in the chat. I don't see anyone mentioning if they've found a 4-leaf clover. Oh, there is 4 of them. That's amazing. I love it. I used to, as a kid, sit in the front lawn and like try to find one, but I never had such luck. Maybe someday. That's cool to know that there are some lucky attendees here today who have found them or have known someone who has. And my next St. Patrick's Day fun fact is some attendees may be familiar with the Shamrock Shake. It is a green vanilla mint milkshake sold at McDonald's around St. Patrick's Day. When the Shamrock Shake debuted in 1970, its original flavor was not vanilla mint. It was vanilla milkshake with lemon lime sherbet. And McDonald's discontinued the Shamrock Shake in 2012. However, it was certainly not as healthy as the green juices and smoothies that we are learning about today. With Melissa's shared recipes, you can have a much more balanced and healthy green Shamrock beverage on St. Patrick's Day or any day. And it's not just seasonal. So by the looks of it, Melissa is ready. She just needs to unmute and then we can get back to it. So thank you, everyone. We will see you for another blending break. We've got 2 more gift cards to give away, and I have more St. Patrick's Day fun facts.
Okay, so this is my deep green juice. So again, within this juice, I've got a big handful of kale. I've got a huge handful of spinach. I've included zucchini. I've included lemon and ginger, and then I did add cilantro. And I just wanted to say that when you're blending juices, there are other things that you can add to your juices to give it like an extra boost. So spirulina is one of them. So spirulina is a blue-green algae that's super high in protein and in antioxidants. So it's a deep, deep green. And you don't need a lot to, give it a good extra dose of goodness. So it will turn your juice very, very deep green. I'm going to get my spoon. Sorry, guys. Here we go. I'm just going to add a little teaspoon. You don't need a lot. It's super potent. And I'm going to add it to my green juice. And it's just a little booster. And again, you're adding more benefits of greens into it. So you've got a really yummy, delicious, healthy green juice. So I'm gonna pour this out. And as you can see, this is such a deeper green than our cleaning green. It's very, very deep green because it has so many deep green vegetables in it. And it's green. There is no fruit. It tastes green. So if you like greens, it's palatable for you. It's an amazing juice to be able to enjoy. I just wanted to take also this moment of talk about a couple of vegetables that I didn't juice today that you might want to consider juicing. I love juicing romaine. It is super juicy. And again, it adds some more leafy greens into your juice. As you can see, I could fit this little head of romaine right through my juicer. Really easy. And this will give me like 4 or 5 good ounces of juice, this little head of romaine. And I also really love to juice fennel. One of my easy kind of go-to juices is honestly just romaine, spinach, fennel, lemon, ginger, like done. I mean, it's easy. Fennel gives juices an incredibly yummy taste. It gives it that kind of licoricey taste. But more than anything, fennel is really great for digestion. So I'm a big proponent of, healthy gut, healthy mind, healthy brains. Everything starts in your gut. When they say that you've got that gut feeling, it really is so true. There's such a huge brain gut connection. So I'm all about healthy gut. And so a lot of the things that I make for myself are completely gut friendly. And having a juice with fennel in it is great for digestion. And, add a kick of ginger, add turmeric to it as well. It's really a good one to try. And the fun thing about fennel too, you can actually add a beautiful citrus blend with it. And at Raw, we make one with pink grapefruit. And it's so good. It's actually delicious, but you're getting that added benefit of all the goodness in the fennel. So I just wanted to bring that up. If you're in the grocery store and you're kind of wondering, what can I juice or, what's available, these are things to look for. And speaking of juicing and shopping for juice, it's hard to find really good produce that's affordable, and I know that. So I always kind of encourage, try to juice in season as well. So you're not paying an arm and a leg for things that, you really want to juice. And, when I see celery on sale, I buy a ton of celery because it lasts a long time in your fridge and it gives a really high yield. So, buy it on sale. Last year, I think they went through a $7.99 price spike because it became so popular. So don't buy it then, but and also try to buy when in season and locally, because you'll find that the produce it's better priced and fresh, and the source of where it came from. It didn't sit on a truck for 4 months to get to you. And you also, if you're interested in growing your own vegetables, this year I have all my seedlings started already to grow my kale and a lot of my vegetables. So if you're interested in growing your vegetables and juicing those, that is a great thing to look at as well. So I'm going to take the next couple of minutes to switch out the set because I'm going to move into smoothies and talk a little bit about how you can make a smoothie and then also how you can make a smoothie bowl.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa. So I'm just going to mute you again while you get your setup changed over. And while Melissa is changing over the setup, we're going to count this as a blending break. So I do have two more, the last two $25 gift cards to Raw Pulp and Grind to give away. And I have some more St. Patrick's Day facts. So first, our two winners, and again, I will contact you after the event by email, but if you can just send us a message in the chat so we know that you're online and you're eligible to win. The first winner of a $25 Raw Pulp and Grind gift card is Leslie Barter. And our last winner today is Pari Gary. So congratulations to you both and to everybody who won a gift card today. And thank you to everyone who took part. And two more St. Patrick's Day fun facts. I'm going to go back to the earlier fun facts about the color green and leprechauns. Leprechauns are one of the reasons people wear green on St. Patrick's Day, or they are at risk of being pinched. The tradition is tied to folklore that says wearing green makes you invisible to leprechauns who like to pinch anybody that they can see. Some also think that wearing green on St. Patrick's Day will bring good luck, and others wear it to honor their ancestry. And then another St. Patrick's Day fun fact that I have is each year since 1962, Chicago in the United States has a St. Patrick's Day tradition of putting green dye in the Chicago River, resulting in an emerald green spectacle that lasts for approximately 5 hours and attracts thousands. In 2020, due to COVID-19, they did not put the dye in the river and had announced that they would be skipping the tradition this year as well. However, the Chicago mayor surprised the city with a green river on the morning of March 13th of this year, 4 days early to prevent crowds. And on the topic of green dye, green food dye is typically added to St. Patrick's Day foods and beverages to give that holiday color that we all enjoy. Most food dyes, although they're safe to consume, are artificially produced and should be avoided. Melissa has given us some great tips today to achieve green colored beverages using fruits and vegetables to get that natural color that's way better for you than the green dye. By the looks of it, Melissa has her setup ready. So just a reminder to unmute Melissa, and I will turn it back over to you.
Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're going to move on to smoothies. And I don't know if you are a smoothie drinker. This may be kind of a repeat on for you if you are. It might be new for you if you are not. Even if you are, maybe you're not a green smoothie drinker, because a lot of people, as we spoke about earlier, are kind of nervous about getting greens and looking at anything green. So I wanted to create a smoothie today that gives you a really easy to drink green smoothie that will be loaded with lots of fruit and veggies, so you're getting it all into your body, and it's actually really fun to make too. Once you start making smoothies, you realize kind of the variety that you could do, and it's kind of fun. So I also created kind of like a formula for you if you wanted, and I know the girls are going to share it, and it's just about what you can add to your smoothies in the way of greens, veggies, maybe some things that you hadn't even thought about before. And also liquids. There's so many different liquids that you can add to your smoothie. And like basically the general formula is you want to get your greens and your veggies in it. You want to add the liquid, and it can be in a milk format. Again, a plant milk is what I use. So it could be a coconut milk, an almond milk, an oat milk. It could be coconut water, which is amazing and super hydrating. And it gives you that extra energy as well, those electrolytes in it. So it's awesome for a great morning smoothie as well. Today, I'm going to be using green tea as my base. I brewed some tea overnight, and it's a bit different, but I just wanted to make it because it was kind of fun. You can also use water, of course, which is like so easy. So it just really depends on what you like as your liquids. The milks are going to make it more creamy. The waters and the teas are going to make it a little bit more waterier. So the basis of most smoothies is using something that does help it make it creamy, and that's usually bananas. So you want to almost always include bananas in your smoothies because it gives it a nice creamy base. Mangoes and pineapples also do the same. So in the smoothie that I'm going to be doing today, I am going to be using that plus my greens. I also wanted to show you a kind of a trick that I use because most smoothies, at least in our family, are consumed first thing in the morning. You know, my husband, he wakes up, he has his lemon water, then he has his smoothie and the day starts. And so I feel like you want it to be an easy process. You don't want to kind of come down and try to figure it all out. So what I like to do is create these freezer bags, and I just make them up with, basically this is my full smoothie in a bag. So within this bag, I've included spinach, banana, and I cut it up to make it easier to blend. I've got my pineapple because I love pineapple, and I've got celery in my smoothie and my dates, and then I have half a lemon. And again, the reason I like to add lemon to my juices and my smoothies is because it helps your body to really absorb those greens. So you can choose any green you want. I just happen to want spinach in mine, so you can choose kale. You can choose any fruit that you would like, anything at all. You can include mint. You can include cilantro. You can include any herbs that you want. It really is your own decision on how you want to do it, but this is an easy way. You create these bags. If you're the person who does like Sunday night prep that so many people I know do, this is such an easy way to do it. And if you have kids, if you have teenage kids even, hey, this is awesome for them to be able to come down and pick up their smoothie bag, put it in their blender, and good to go. So I also wanted to talk about boosters. So I think it's really important to add some boosters and some healthy fats to your smoothie. So today I'm going to be adding avocado to my smoothie. It's going to give me, I'm going to add a full half an avocado. It's going to give me a wonderful creamy texture, and it's going to give me some healthy fats. Some other healthy fat ideas that you can add are nut butters. I love almond butter in my smoothie. I love peanut butter in my smoothie. And again, it's going to give some added healthy fats, and it's going to add some protein to your smoothie as well, which is really important because you want that to be a sustainable meal for you, that smoothie. So that's going to be great for your body. And then the boosters that I like to always add are chia seeds. So chia seeds are great little powerhouse nutrients, and they are loaded with antioxidants and omega-3s. So you just need a teaspoon of chia in your smoothie. I also love to add hemp hearts, and hemp hearts are another great source of protein as well. So that's plant sources of protein, which are amazing. So you can also add a protein powder if you like. I don't, because I don't love the taste necessarily of protein powder. So I really try to get my protein through plant sources. But there are some really good plant-based proteins out there that people really, really like. At Raw, we use a brown rice-based protein powder. There's a brown rice one, there's a pea one, there's hemp protein as well. I think Manitoba Harvest makes it, a Canadian company, which is great. So any of those really, really help to add to that smoothie. So your goal is really to get as much fruit and veggies into your body, and you're going to maintain the fiber. So your body is going to be able to, you know, really enjoy having that. It's going to be more filling. It's going to be more it's going to give you more sustenance throughout the day. That's my word that I was looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this up. And as I said before, I'm using green tea. So you can use green tea, you can use matcha, you can use water, you can use coconut milk, anything that you have in the way of a liquid. And on the sheet that I've shared, it basically shows my kind of like recipe that is, you know, that I use on a daily basis. But again, really adjust it based on what you want. And also when you're putting more fruit and veggies into your smoothie, you're going to need to adjust it with more liquid. So just play it by ear based on what you have in the house, what you want to add to it, but just use that as a general guideline. I also wanted to mention things like, don't forget herbs. Cinnamon is awesome in a smoothie. An espresso shot is amazing in a smoothie. If you want to make espresso or coffee and put it in your freezer in the ice cube trays, those are incredible little additions to a smoothie as well. We do that at Raw all the time. We do fresh pressed orange juice and we put it in a freezer, an ice cube tray, and we add that to our smoothies as well. So there's lots of ways to play around with it. And I'm going to blend it up and I'm going to double the smoothie because I want to show you then how to make a really simple smoothie bowl. So you have more of a meal with your smoothie, and it's kind of similar to what we do with our acai bowls at Raw.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Melissa. Just going to mute you now. So Melissa's a couple times mentioned her recipe pages. I'm just going to ask that my events colleague, Michelle, put it up on the screen. So while I share my final St. Patrick's Day fun facts, I want to have this open for attendees. You're more than welcome to screenshot this information, to take notes, whatever works best for you. We have 2 to share. So this one's there's the juice in the smoothie. So Michelle will flip back and forth between the 2 during this final blending break. And so my final 2 St. Patrick's Day fun facts for you are both about the real St. Patrick. So the real St. Patrick, a patron saint of Ireland, was actually born in Britain, not in Ireland, near the end of the 4th century. At age 16, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and sold to a Celtic priest in Northern Ireland. After tolling for 6 years as a shepherd, he escaped back to Britain, but he eventually returned to Ireland as a Christian missionary. And the final St. Patrick's Day fun fact today is St. Patrick was famously known in legend for standing atop of an Irish hillside and banish snakes from Ireland, prompting all the serpents to slither away into the sea. It has since been proved, in fact, that research suggests that snakes never actually occupied the Emerald Isle of Ireland in the first place. There are no signs of snakes in the county's fossil records, and the water has surrounded Ireland since the last glacial period. Before that, the region was covered in ice and would have been too cold for the reptiles. So I guess no one really knows except for the people that were there. Perhaps St. Patrick did banish snakes, perhaps not. But I thought those fun facts were cool. I thought all the fun facts today were cool. Really just appreciate everyone turning out today on St. Patrick's Day to learn about a different type of green beverage to enjoy on this holiday or any day. And by the looks of it, Melissa has finished blending. So just a reminder to unmute Melissa, and we will learn about her smoothie and her smoothie bowl that she's created for us.
Okay, here we go. So what a perfect, yummy St. Patty's Day smoothie. So totally in theme, totally delicious, and again, really easy to drink. I've included lots of fruit, so it's super easy. This is a delicious green creamy smoothie. So what's giving it the creaminess is the avocado and also the banana. So you want to make sure that you include something really creamy in it. So that is our delicious St. Patty's Day creamy smoothie. So now I just want to show you kind of what we do at Raw with our smoothie bowls. And smoothie bowls have become obviously really popular. They're so pretty to photograph. They're that's just like one of those Instagrammable things. And so basically we use the smoothie base at Raw, and it would be a little bit colder than this because we like everything to sit on top. But I've got my smoothie base here. It's gonna be tough to see, maybe not. And then what we like to do is have a lot of fun on top, you know, the party on the top. So we have, this is my own house-made granola. So Raw's granola is my own recipe. I love making this. This is always on my counter. I like to gift it. It's amazing. It's all plant-based and super simple. So we always like to include granola on our smoothie bowls. And again, it makes a great breakfast, and it also makes a great snack. So it's amazing for just, you know, enjoying all the benefits of all this deliciousness in one bowl. And I'm going to include some hemp hearts because I love hemp hearts. And I'm going to have some fun with my design here. And then I'm going to include some cacao nibs. Actually, you know what? Let me first do my blueberries. So I'm going to include some more fruit. So I'm going to include some blueberries because I love blueberries. And the blueberries look so pretty on the green. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to take a picture of this. It's so pretty. Okay, good. Yay, a little bit more. And again, this is all fun. Like, just have fun with it. And then I'm going to add some cacao nibs. So these are like a little bit of a bitter, pure chocolate. It's amazing, and it's loaded with antioxidants. And it is so delicious to add to a smoothie or a smoothie bowl, sorry. And then you can top it with a nut butter. I didn't have my squeezy here today to be able to do my nut butter. We have it at raw. So it's really hard to see, but I hope you can see how pretty it is. That's a really easy smoothie bowl for you to enjoy. And it's very impressive when you make for guests. So if you have somebody over on the weekend or friends, and you can just make a smoothie bowl. A really fun thing I like to do with my family when we're all together is to do a smoothie bowl station. So we'll make a big batch of smoothies, everybody has their own bowl, and then I just put out the toppings on the counter and let everybody have some fun with it. So it's a really creative, fun family activity as well. So I hope you enjoyed making green juice and green smoothies with me today. And I hope you feel inspired to maybe add some more greens to your diet, look at ways of consuming it through juices and smoothies. And I just want everybody to stay healthy and happy. And thank you for coming. And I think there's some questions and answers as well coming up.
Awesome, Melissa. Thank you so much. That was great. Your smoothie bowl and your green smoothie and the green juices from before, everything looks so great. We do have some questions populating in the Q&A here. So I'm going to read them out loud for you. And the first one is, I believe this is back from when we were doing juicing. The attendee's wondering, does it not concentrate the sugars in fruit and veg when you remove the pulp and the fiber?
Oh gosh, well, that is a technical question that I actually don't know. I don't believe so, because all you're doing is removing the fiber. But that is an interesting question. I didn't know if it would change the profile of the fruit and veggies. Again, if you're looking at avoiding sugar, my total recommendation is don't put it in your juices. There's lots of ways to get juices that are not full of fruit sugars. So there's nothing wrong with fruit sugars, but if you are trying to avoid them, just don't put them in. I don't put them in because I like my juices pretty green.
Awesome, thank you. The next attendee says, great segment, Melissa. The attendee's thinking about getting their college-going niece a juicer. Can you recommend a brand that is college survivable?
That's a good one, actually. The Breville one is like a workhorse. I have actually 3 of them that I have one at the cottage, and it's a workhorse. It is a really good price point compared to a slow juicer, and it's very, very easy to clean. And I feel like for a university setting, you're going to want something that's easy to clean, because that is going to be a challenge, especially if it's in a dorm, especially because you have to then take everything out and go and clean it. So I would totally recommend a Breville.
Awesome, thank you. So the next question is, simple, clean green juice. What's the natural sugar count?
I don't know. I didn't do the counts on this one. I just did the recipe, so I'm not sure. And I can look it up based on one of the ones that I have at Raw. If you want to DM me at our Raw account, I can let you know what it's similar to from our Raw juice, and it's very similar to one of ours. And I can let you know what the sugar count is.
If this attendee,
again, if you don't want sugar, just don't have it. Just take it out. Add more cucumber. Add more cucumber if you don't want the sugar.
If attendees were to head to Raw Pulp and Grind, do you have that information available for guests when they dine in? Okay, yeah. Awesome. So the next question is, what greens freeze well in the prep bags?
Oh my gosh, all greens freeze really well. So I wouldn't be worried about that at all. Just for me, when you're blending in the smoothies, just like things like kale, chop it up first before you put it in your bag, because it'll be easier to process in the machine when it's chopped up. But definitely spinach, definitely kale, definitely herbs are awesome. Lots of people I know use Swiss chard and collards as well. I don't. That's just my own taste profile that I don't like those in a smoothie, but they're really good. Most greens. You can even chop up your apples. You know, there's a great couple of recipes with chopped apples in the smoothies. And again, just chop everything up and your blender will thank you.
Awesome. And the next question is, hi, Melissa, can you freeze the green juices once they are made to use later in the day?
You can, but if you're just using it later in the day, I would just put it in your fridge, because you are going to be able to keep it in your fridge for at least 3 days, and just make sure it's in an airtight container. Sometimes I do overjuice and I'm either going out of town or whatnot, and I do freeze my juice in a bag, and then I just stack them in the fridge. You can easily do that for sure.
So you mentioned that juiced juice in the fridge can stay for a couple days. If an attendee does freeze it, how long does it stay in the freezer for?
Well, I would not let it sit in the freezer for more than a couple of months, and then just take it out to thaw.
Perfect. So that is all the questions we have in the Q&A. I want to give attendees a couple minutes. If they want to add any more questions in, we will definitely read them aloud and answer them. But while we see if any more questions pool in, we do have a couple polls for attendees today. So I will launch the first one now, which is, are you team green smoothie or team green juice? So the poll is open for attendees now. The votes are just coming in. Give it a couple more seconds. Okay. And so we had 33% say smoothie, 25% say juice, and 42% say both. So that's awesome, everybody. Thank you. We're going to launch the next poll now. And the question is, what are some of your favorite greens? So this one's a multiple choice option. You can choose as many as you'd like. And whether you've tried them or not, just listening to Melissa talk today to see which ones might be your new favorites. Give it a couple more seconds while attendees vote. Someone in the chat says both spinach and celery. Swiss chard is in the chat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share the results. So we had 4 attendees say kale, 9 say spinach, 5 say romaine, 8 say celery, 8 say cucumber, and 1 said something else and put it in the chat, and I'm guessing that's the Swiss chard. Perfect. And we've got one more poll to share today. So just a reminder, if you do have any more questions about juicing and smoothies, doesn't even have to be green, just in general, juicing smoothie blender questions, to pop them in the Q&A to ask Melissa. And here we go with the final poll. The question is, what are the benefits of green juice? Give everyone a couple seconds to answer. The question, like the possible answers are helping reduce inflammation, helps improve digestion, strengthens the immune system, clearer skin, or all of the above. And I'm going to end it and share the results. So there we go. It is all of the above. So the benefits of green juice do all of those amazing things. And someone put in the chat energy, which I do agree is probably one as well.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yes, we should have added that one.
Awesome. So thank you so much, everyone. No additional questions came through in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and thank Melissa for sharing with us today. The biggest takeaway for me today, other than the St. Patrick's Day trivia, was how passionate you are and how truly you can tell when someone really believes in what they're sharing and how excited they are to share that something with somebody else. So we absolutely love having you at our virtual events, because that exact energy comes through, and you get everyone excited about green juicing. So thank you, Melissa. We really appreciate it.
And thank you guys. You guys are awesome at doing this for your students and staff. And some of our raw customers are here. I can see some of them as well when they popped up.
Welcome everyone. We're so happy to have you. So if anyone would like to check out Raw Pulp and Grind's website and social, the links are going to be shared in the chat now. This event was recorded, so the recording will be available in the coming days on the AC Hub On Demand website, and we'll share the link in the chat as well for that. In the meantime, while you're waiting for this event to pop up on there, it's a great place to check out recordings from all of our past virtual events, including one we had in the fall with Melissa, which was the theme of best fall juice blends. So that one really focused on beets and apples, and I think there were carrots in there too. So if you're really on the juicing and smoothie train right now, we recommend taking a look at that one. And the AC Hub hosts a variety of virtual events every month. So for more information, you can visit the Algonquin College Student Support Services events calendar, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and Michelle will put all those links in the chat now. So thank you again, everyone. Congratulations to all of our gift card winners. We look forward to seeing you at Raw Pulp and Grind and at our next upcoming AC Hub events. Thank you again.